It's time for these pirates to go to space. Now, for this list, we are going to be playing Quasar Goldbeard Rogue. I know that sounds a little bit strange, especially week one. However, a lot of people are already talking about Quasar, and I wanted to put my own twist on the card because it is a very me style of card. Essentially, the game plan of this list is we are going to be using Quasar, a way to discount Goldbeard, Zola, and bounce around feat Garona down to 2 mana and 0 mana, thus allowing you to do up to 50 points of damage in a single turn. However, if you also throw in Fizzle into the mix, you should be able to do up to 100 damage depending on how your draws are. This deck originally didn't feel that strong, but as I changed it and added more ways to reset the combo, it felt way better. Now let's get into the Mulligan guide. The most important card to look for is going to be Knick-Knack Shack. This will allow you to easily go into Quasar on turn 4. If you see a combination of Preparation, Quasar, and Shack, you're in a wonderful position. Otherwise, you're just looking for any type of draw power or early game removal tools. Now, with that all being said, let's look at some games. DK, let's see what they have in store for us. Honestly, this opener doesn't look that bad. I would prefer to have like a 1-cost card instead of the other 2. Okay, maybe it would have been better to kept the harmonic pop there, or not harmonic pop, whatever. The mic drop. Sorry, I'm thinking priest. I've been playing a little bit of priest also. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll take it back. Knick-Knack Check is a pretty good top deck. All right, let's slam down the weapon. Not okay. Slam down the shack. Well, I mean, I guess we can attack. We have the second weapon, so we might as well, right? Come on. That's the one cool thing about using digging for treasure in this list. You do have a chance of actually getting a coin. It's not a very high chance, but it is a chance. There's Eliza. Ooh. Yeah, we can do this. I almost accidentally hero powered, but that's fine. Draw another card. That would have been good. A card earlier. Runes of Darkness into probably the freezing weapon, right? Remember the time when the freezing weapon was just like incredibly playable and it like made Plague DK like a tier 1 deck just because of the fact that it could like freeze out your opponent whenever they were trying to attack with their weapon, and the other like tier 1 deck was like Shopper Demon Hunter. I remember that. I remember actually getting to Legend a few months just because of that interaction between the two classes. And then they nerfed Shopper Demon Hunter. Also worth mentioning, Shopper Demon Hunter is something that I want to revisit at some point in the future. I just don't know when we're going to get to it, you know? Alright, let's gear shift these back into the deck because it doesn't really matter. Perfect. Do I care about them getting a 1/1? I kind of do. For 0 mana, I kind of do. I know, like, we could have used the other Knick-Knack Shack, but I think this will minimize the amount of damage. Plus, it was also a 3/2, so we would have took 3 damage. And they have 10 damage on board. If we're lucky enough, they probably won't have a Corpsicle plus Molten Magma? Malted Magma? Buttons! Miraz! I'm sad that they didn't make Miraz into a card. Like, they went with buttons, but they didn't go with... Well, I guess we didn't get buttons during the Castle Nathria set, which is actually kind of funny. Unless I'm... No, there was not one. Interesting. I wonder if the reason why they chose buttons was just because of the weird, like, nature of Stitch Flag or Patchwork. I don't remember. One of them is their lore is just like maybe not make this a central character. Sure, why not? Come on, just keep on going. Come on to the good. Sure, that does prevent damage. That's kind of decent. Yeah, I guess we can gear shift this. Kind of sucks, but it's better than nothing. Dubious purchase. I drop. Probably should have used Dubious Purchase first, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But we can use Quasar. Shuffle everything back. Draw a card. Come on, more draw power. That is more draw power. So all we need is any type of spell, basically. Actually, I shouldn't say any type of spell, because knowing my luck, it'll be bounce around. And that is the one spell that we can't actually use. All right, don't have 3 more damage, please. That's all I want to see. No more damage. Okay, that's not. Neither of those are damage. Good, 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 good. I mean, that could be damage. Good, good, good. Come on, something. Okay, good, perfect. Would feel really bad if they lost this game because they took a gamble on what you got there. I also really would prefer them to get rid of all of our minions, just because then we can do more damage with our combo. Perfect. But to be fair, they're like probably thinking, what are they playing? And, you know. Oh, preparation is actually decent. Dubious Purchase, bounce around, feed Corona. We're about to bounce around out of this game. Dubious Purchase, draw some more cards. There's the coin, there's Zola, there's Fizzle. I do wish we had one more spell damage, but we don't. But I think this would be good enough. Get rid of that. That's math, math, math. 20 damage here. Bounce it back for the whopping finisher of 25. So 55. That's honestly the perfect reset there. GG. Feeling a bit golden with this build, wouldn't you say? Okay, temporary game against Mage. Let's see what they have in store for us. I know Fire Elemental Mage is actually catching up pretty quickly here. I think that is actually going to end up being probably one of the better decks. I just didn't feel like doing it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I said this in the car video. It just bored me really quickly. And there's just so many weird, wacky combos that we can just try out in this set that are better for us, generally speaking. Or at least a lot more fun in my general like play style. So, you know, the next list though will probably be a weird wacky control list. So you have that to look out for if you're a fan of control instead of combo. I already have a really good game with that deck, so. And this does look like it's probably gonna, yep, it's Elemental Fire. Maybe I should have done that first. Just because I have a sneaking suspicion like everyone's going to be talking about it, then by the time I get to it, it's not going to be something unique enough for me to showcase. But that is what it is. We'll come to that problem when we come to that problem. It's also worth mentioning, I really want to do something with like Final Frontier at some point, but like I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. All right, let's slam down this and draw a card. I know drawing is a little bit weird, but I think we'll be safe. Okay, how do we get rid of this board state? I kind of just want to do this. This will draw us what? At least 5 cards, right? We have so much. Perfect. Quasar, come on. Can we get a preparation? Okay, 2 Quasars isn't technically what I wanted to see, but that's still fine. Okay, that makes sense because most Quasar lists, getting rid of that as quickly as possible is probably the better play. Also worth mentioning, I can't remember if I already cut it, but originally this deck was running Shadow Step, and then I realized it's just like a dead draw off an Attack Shack 90% of the time, so we ended up cutting it for Bounce Around because Bounce Around is just better because it resets the combo. Or we should after this game if we haven't swapped it out yet. You learn stuff along the way. I think we're like 6 games in, and that does seem like a good idea. I don't know. I tested this deck a little bit on stream too with a previous version of the list, but I think as time went on, we've been getting better and better. But this deck does, like, it makes you worry, like, if you're going to win, because we're at, what, 10? Knick-Knack Shack number 2 isn't bad, but I'm not going to say... We won't survive if we don't do it like this. Okay, okay, okay. That's all right. Actually, probably should have hit the 2-3 now that I'm thinking about it for Fan of Knives. Oh, the other Knick-Knack Shack. That's perfect, actually. All right. Oh, I mean, draw more cards. Sure, why not? We can't sadly use that. We can use that though. Okay, more draw power. Let's minimize the damage that we're going to be taking. Okay, Fizzle. Okay, so we if Fizzle is in the list, we have Bounce Around also in the list. Fizzle was the latest addition to this deck. Sometimes I forget, you know. I guess I could have just looked at the deck list. Oh well. Alright, we'll just go face, get as many cards out of our hand. Might have actually wanted to keep that just so we'd have an easy way to deal with the Zola. The downside though is Shopper is going to cost 5, which is going to be a little bit of a pain. As long as they don't have the additional damage here, should be fine. Hopefully. Kind of sucks. That actually kind of sucks. But we do have the 2-cost Goldbeard, which is actually pretty nice. And we do... Oh... that might actually be the play that would reset everything and then also discount everything down to 0 mana. Hmm. Okay, yeah. Oh, full combo now. Yeah, there's no point. Well, I mean, we could reset it. We'd be burning some cards next turn if we don't. And we also do want to draw some cards off of Knickknack Shack. I know Dubious Purchase was probably a mistake of playing down, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but whatever. I also probably should have put down the weapon first and then Quasar. Okay, at least that is not 10 damage to face. That is going to be a little bit annoying to deal with, but at least it isn't 10 damage to face. Okay, we draw a card. Preparation is always nice. Use Dubious Purchase. Oh, perfect. We did that in the correct order. Draw a few more cards. There's another Goldbeard. There's Bounce Around. So if we Goldbeard, this should be game. Because then we bounce them back and then place them down and then rinse and repeat. We're stealing the victory from them. Man, I'm really going to have to think hard on the thumbnail for this one. Because Shoplifter Goldbeard does not make for an interesting thumbnail thing. But GG, this should be a golden victory. Okay, time for a game against Priest. Priest is probably the next class. After this video, we are probably going to be doing Starship Priest. I know that sounds weird. I think I hinted at it in the Kara video. I really like that deck. I played it a little bit since then. Actually, by the time this gets uploaded, I'll have probably streamed it also yesterday. So I'll have played it a bunch. We'll see how it all goes. But that deck feels actually really, really nice, especially because it's really, really flexible. It isn't the exact version in the initial Theorycraft video, but that's okay. There are some actual non-meme priest lists floating around too. I know there's like a overheal priest list where you're using the tourist package as a way to get Vol'jin and buff up all your minions, and then use Vol'jin to swap like a lower HP minion with a starship and then just wham into your opponent's face. Okay, there's Pennant of Earth. Just cycle through the deck a little bit, I guess. Okay, so we want to draw the 2 here. Might as well do 3 damage, and then we're gonna draw 1 minion just to do it. I know it kind of wastes a little bit of draw power, but we should still be fine. Okay, Grifta is going to make us burn a card. Please don't make us burn. Actually, you know what? All the combo pieces that we really do need are in the hand right now. The only thing left that would be Fizzle, and that isn't in our hand right now. So let's go face. Commands of the Ghoul. That could work. I'm just not going to use it this turn. We're going to keep the coin just in case we top deck Quasar. Glowstone. Okay, we slam down the weapon. I kind of want to use the coin just to use it, and then we draw a few more cards. Come on, to the good. Preparation, dubious purchase. How many cards are we at in hand? We need to burn a card just to do this. And then we're just going to pass it back so we don't accidentally burn anything. Gear shift might be worth putting stuff back into the list too here. You gotta be kidding me. Who is running... who is running Viper? Why are you running Viper? I guess Weapon Rogue was actually a top 10 tier contender deck before the set came out. But, like, really? Well, actually, no. I can't blame them. It's still a weird choice, in my opinion, but I honestly can't blame them. Okay, draw a card. ETC, perfect. Well, we don't have any other weapons. They could... Oh, no. Oh. Well, good news, bad news. Our combo is not offline. Bad news is it does require us to draw a certain combination of cards, and I don't know if we'll be able to get it. Okay, Quasar is good for next turn, but not right now. Let's gear shift the 2 Fan of Knives into the list. Come on. I need a Goldbeard. Goldbeard, not the second Quasar. It's actually perfect. That's actually really, really good because that resets the combo completely. Basically, we now have 2 Goldbeards in the list, technically speaking. Like, it feels bad that this is how we have to do it, but a 5 cost and a 2 cost still gets us the combo. We just need 9 mana instead of... Oh, I guess we would have needed 9 mana to reset the combo anyways. Okay, I'm going to Quasar. Might have wanted to use Star Slick first, but it is what it is. Oh, manager, let's get rid of some minions. Yeah, we really should have used the Tar Slick first. That was my bad. Oh, pretty cards. Quasar number 2. Don't really need it. Bounce around. Tar Slick. Okay. That gets rid of the entire board. There's the Goldbeard. We're missing the Fizzle stuff. Come on, something cool. I can't believe like how flexible Fizzle makes this list. Fizzle feels really good with this list. Okay, there's Zephyrs. Okay. Come on, clear our board. Yes, please do it. Yes. Come on. Do the 2 damage to Mom Pa. Actually, we can do it to Mom Pa ourselves. And let's go. That's a good top deck. How do we want to do this? Because we need the 7th card in the hand mathematically. I'm just trying to think like what cards we have to use first. Let's attack. Gain the mana. Preparation is going to waste a little bit, but we got the combo back in hand. We could actually reset, but I think we might as well just win, right? And I mean, if one bounce around doesn't work, then we have a second bounce around, technically. I do kind of wish we had that preparation just in case, but you know, they don't have armor, so it's GG. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, I played 20 games with the deck, ended up with a 60% win rate, and that actually really shocked me. This was a deck that I didn't expect to be as good as it is, but it turns out adding Fizzle was the final piece of the formula to make this deck actually quite playable. Before, this deck ran into the issue that most of the time you would only be able to do up to like 25-ish damage in a single turn, but between Fizzle and Bounce Around, this deck felt incredibly strong. You have so many ways to reset your combo, and sure, it is going to be a little bit slower than the stereotypical Quasar Rogue list. However, I do think this has a lot of potential to be the better version if this catches on or some of these other cards get some type of nerf. Overall, if you're looking for a real fun deck to try out week 1, try this one out if you have all the cards. If you don't, then maybe skip out on this. But I think everyone gets Quasar from the Battle Pass, so you'll at least have that. Now, like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.